What exactly is Torrent, and why did Melina give us the ability to summon him? If you give me a moment, I will reveal how Torrent's secret explains the whole timeline of Elden Ring. Torrent is our trusty steed that helps us traverse Elden Ring, and his secret is that Miquella was his former master. We first meet Torrent after the first time we rest at a site of grace, and he has seemingly chosen us. Melina hands us the whistle that we can use to summon him, for he is a spirit, just like she is. The item description for the whistle reads, "A delicate goldwork ring can be used as a finger whistle. Upon death, the spectral steed can be summoned again, but doing so consumes the flask of crimson tears." Notice it says gold work, not gold. That seems to be because the whistle is made of unalloyed gold, Miquella's creation he used to try to cure millennia of scarlet rot. This is the item for Miquella's unalloyed needle, one of the unalloyed gold needles that Miquella crafted to ward away the meddling of outer gods. Capable of subduing the flame of frenzy if inherited, allowing one to cheat fate and avoid becoming the lord of frenzied flame. However, the needle is as yet unfinished and can only be used in the heart of the storm beyond time, said to be found in Fair Missoula. In the flame of frenzy ending, you can see the whistle has survived in the ashes and is burning. Gold would have melted, but this unalloyed gold does something different. While Torrent is presumed dead in this scene, the whistle has survived. Miquella is cursed with eternal youth, or nascence, and this is the theme of his entire life. Like his halig tree that he watered with his own blood, his plants have tremendous potential but never grow to completion. Now what does this have to do with Torrent? At first glance, Torrent seems to be the only creature of his kind in Elden Ring. He has the stature of a horse, but he also has the face of a goat and horns. Torrent can also double jump. There's only one other creature in Elden Ring that can double jump, and that is the ancestral spirit found in the knight's sacred ground. In fact, the spirit has the same sound effect when double jumping that Torrent does. So it seems that Torrent may be related to the ancestral spirit, or he could be a younger version of the ancestral spirit. One of the items in the Knight's Sacred Crowns is the ancestral infant's head. The skull looks like it could fit Torrent's skull, and it also includes the blue details at the end. When you summon Torrent, you will also see these blue spectral lines. Therefore, Torrent is a young ancestral spirit that never grew to adulthood, just like Miquella. Now the word torrent means a rushing stream of water. In the Knight's Sacred Ground, only the ancestral followers overlooking the cliff and the rushing water will drop the nascent butterflies. Elden Ring uses butterflies to symbolically signify a connection between things. There are 3 butterflies in the base game: the Aeonian butterfly, which signifies millennia, and can be found in Caelid, the Lake of Rot, the Shaded Castle, and the base of the Halig Tree. The smoldering butterfly, which is eternally burning and serves as kindling for a variety of items, signifies Melina, who wants to serve as the kindling to burn the Erd Tree. For the nascent butterfly, the item description reads, an arcane butterfly with translucent wings, exceedingly rare to find. The butterfly appears as if it's just emerged from its cocoon for its entire life. Interesting that it mentions a cocoon, because Miquella cocooned himself inside the Halig Tree to try to be reborn into an adult like a butterfly. The Knight's Sacred Crowns are also significant because we go here for Ranni's quest to get to Nokron and steal the Fingerslayer blade, which will allow Ranni to defeat her 2 fingers and break away from her fate from the Greater Will. When Ranni first meets us, she asks if we are able to summon the steed Torrent.
Tarnished. I am the witch Ranni. I'd heard tell of a tarnished hurtling about atop a spectral steed, and upon looking into the matter, the talk I surmise is of thee. Thou art possessed of the power, no? To call forth a spectral steed named Torrent. As I had hoped, I was entrusted this for thee, by Torrent's former master.
Ranni mentions that she was entrusted by Torrent's former master to give us the wolf summons. So does that mean that Miquella is also the owner of the spirit calling bell? I think the design of the spirit calling bell is similar to the design of Elfile, Miquella's city in the Halig tree. I think this statue points to Miquella being the owner of the spirit calling bell. I cannot say for sure who this person is with the wolves. However, it is a young person with braids, and the only other time we see statues of a young person is a place where Miquella is relevant, like the Halig tree or Laternia. So I don't know why FromSoft would include a young person in this statue, if not to signify that it was Miquella. If it was Marika or Radagon, I'm certain that they would have included the adult versions of them, not the child ones. So if Miquella was Torrent's former master and the master of the 3 spirit wolves, did Miquella want Torrent to find us? My theory is yes. I think originally he wanted Melania, the blade of Miquella, to kill Radahn, and we can get into why in another video. But as the battle waged on and it didn't go well for Melania, she allowed her scarlet rot to bloom. This rotted Radahn's mind and turned him into the monster that we see wandering the desert in Caelid. It also incapacitated Melania to the point that she needed to be brought back by her own knights. And this was an age ago. It could have been 1,000 years ago. So this left Miquella with a crazed, rotted Radahn, and Melania, the blade of Miquella, incapacitated. So Miquella had to formulate a new plan. He needed to get rid of his body, and he needed Radahn to die, but also needed a new body for Radahn since it had been rotted. So he bamboozled Mohg into thinking he could start his own dynasty, cocooned himself into the Halig tree, convincing Mohg to rip him out after a time. Somehow this gets him into the Land of Shadow, and now he needs to kill Radahn and Mohg, and he wants us to do it. Miquella is also the owner of the spirit calling bell, and Melania and Ranni are both spirits, so he was able to convince them to give us the spirit calling bell and Torrent to help us on our journey. Wouldn't the game be much harder without these 2 things? Now, why would Melina and Ranni agree to help Miquella? Miquella is Ranni's half-brother. He's very charming and can also compel people. I don't think he compelled Ranni, but Ranni wants to usher in a new age of stars, and Miquella wants to usher in a new age of compassion. They are both going to abolish the Erd Tree. Ranni also needs Radahn to die because he is holding back the stars and keeping her stagnant. So it was a good opportunity he presented to her. Melina was probably easier to convince because she doesn't really care what the new age is as long as the Erd Tree is burned down, even if she doesn't want everything burned down. Miquella probably thought that by the time the Tarnished traversed the Shadow Realm, he would just be able to charm them, become a god, and herald in his new age. But Ranni is always one step ahead of everyone and knew that Miquella is cursed with nascence and that his plans will never work out. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, give my channel a like and subscribe. It'll help my channel out a lot, and I'm really excited to make even more Elden Ring lore videos. Bye!